The National Panhellenic Council of Palm Beach County is hosting a Greek picnic on June 22nd at Lincoln Park. Here today to talk about the organization and the event, we have Darnell and Miss Belinda. Thank you so much for being here.
And thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Miss Belinda, tell me a little bit about the NPHC. If somebody's never heard of this council before, what is it made up of?
Wow, the Greek organization, we're made up of 9 between fraternities and sororities. And I tell you what, it is just great. We all come together as one with a representative, and then we do things as the National Panhellenic Council of Palm Beach County, and we also take it out to the individual 9 divine. The divine 9 is what we call them. And this experience is something that you don't just get from your collegiate experience. This is a lifetime. Once you become a member, it's a lifetime experience because you leave the college and then you go to the alumni group. And if you go to another city, another state, you join those organizations within that city or state. So yeah, it's awesome.
It's a lifetime experience, but you're leaving the collegiate experience, you're becoming an alumni, and now you're raising money for other children to be able to go have a collegiate experience.
Exactly, because we're raising money for them to be able to get scholarship. We can help with education. We can help out in the community. We help people that are in need. So, that's what we're here for. Whatever we can do, the toy drives we do, the back to school workshop we do. So it's fun.
We believe in giving back. That's most important.
And we're going to do that at the Greek picnic,
Yes.
June 22nd.
Yes.
Let's keep that going. What do people need to know about the picnic? Is it free to attend, or what's the cost?
Well, the cost is a cost. It's $45. Now that includes a $15 food ticket. We're going to have quite a bit of vendors there, but quite a bit of food trucks as well. So they were there last year. The big request in our survey, they want them back this year. So everybody can expect some good food and some good drinks.
It's a 21 and up event.
Yes.
What else is going on? What kind of entertainment?
We got the stroll competition. We got the hula hoop. I did it last year. I'm still working on my hips this year. But we got the sack race. We got the spoon and egg game. So we got quite a bit, and also the tug of war competition. So last year the Sigmas won. So I can imagine everybody's coming after us this year.
Okay, so if somebody's never experienced one of those competitions before, what can they expect?
Party with a purpose. Party with a purpose.
I love that.
Yes.
Tell me more about the event. What time does it start?
Starts at 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Lincoln Park, 5100 North Haverhill Road, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33407.
Amazing. Why is it so important for you to get out in the community and host something like this?
Just for everybody to see who we are, what we do, the uniqueness, how we just fit together and help the community in itself. We want you to come out there and see us. Some people don't know about us, so come on out. It's a great event. It's fun too.
Yes.
Darnell, where can people get more information?
Well, we have our website, nphcpbc.com, or they can reach out to me directly, 954-638-6028. We're still looking for sponsorships because we have like 30 applicants right now, and we're excited. So we want to get as much money as we can to send these kids off, and also with a purpose.
Who are some of those sponsors? I know you wanted to give a shout out to them.
Very important. First sponsor is ECF Engineering Consultants. They've been with us from day one. Thank you, the Minority Company. GEM Research Institution, Duke and Dane Whiskey, minority company as well. Fox 29 News, thank you. 1047 The Flame with Reggie D, Megan Construction, and Brain Matter Research.
Amazing. Okay, June 22nd, Lincoln Park. More information, nphcpbc.com.
Yes, ma'am.
I got it.
Yes, yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much for
Appreciate it.
having us. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to stop and see Gary Case and pick up about 10 goggle eyes, probably. The goggle eye is the mainstay all year long for the sail fishermen, kingfish, larger mahi-mahi. Hey, Gary, how you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. Let's go get some helium and go fishing. Thanks. First stop is Gary, live bait. Definitely.
He's busy this morning, huh?
They say that love is the answer, but it's live bait's the answer.
If I would have known I was on camera, I would have took a shower and brushed my hair.
We're waiting for her to fill up so we have plenty of lift for our kite to hold our baits up out of the water. Max had filled up the balloon and he was walking to get a little extra helium in it because he didn't think it was quite full enough. And he walked by a really nice china plate with crabs and stuff on it, and it went and smashed. Because he couldn't see it. The balloon was like this big. It's probably not a good idea to have a china shop and a bait shop in the same location.
We got the bait, we got the balloon, and we need a third bee now, and I think that is big fish.
Let's go fishing. Finally out of the tackle shop and the bait shop. It's time to get out on the ocean now.
On this week's hotspot, we're heading south to Palm Beach County's Ocean Inlet Park. Most people know this as the Boynton Inlet. You can get out there, cast your line out. You're gonna run into some of those beach snook. You can hit the mullet run with all the stuff that goes along with that. Bluefish, tarpon, even run into some permit off the pier there. And if the fishing's slow and the water's clear, bring your snorkel gear as well. You can go to the south side of the inlet at Ocean Inlet Park and go right offshore and snorkel some amazing artificial reefs that the county has installed about 375 feet right off the shoreline.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
So Boca Helping Hands, we've been around now for 25 years, and in that time we've grown from a very simple soup kitchen into now we are a multi-service organization serving close to 36,000 people throughout southern Palm Beach County, providing a range of services from feeding families, feeding kids in school, providing financial assistance for people to avoid eviction, avoid loss of utility services, to help pay for childcare costs. And we provide assistance with people getting access to medical care. Perhaps most significantly, we provide job training programs to help people either enter the workforce for the first time or advance in their careers in the workforce. So it's a wraparound approach that we take to helping alleviate poverty in our community.
Steiner Green and Finer is a proud supporter of Boca Helping Hands because we believe in giving back to the community. We can make a difference in the lives of those people that need it the most. We understand our clients' struggles in the need for financial assistance or medical treatment, the same way Boca Helping Hands helps those in the community who also need food or medical assistance or financial help. Our values align so well with those of Boca Helping Hands that we felt it really important to be a part of their organization.
In terms of support, and so the funds that we need to fund our operations come from the community, from individuals, from companies, from communities, from families. The volunteers that we need, the role that they play is vital in helping us do what we do. A lot of the food that we distribute comes from the community, from community donations. So community support is what is the lifeblood of our organization.
Not only is the support of this organization important to me, but it's even more important to our staff who are dedicated to helping those in need. They have a strong passion for providing for others who are less fortunate than themselves.
So perhaps 90% of the volunteers that we use help out in our feeding programs. So they help us handle the food when we receive it here. They help us stock it in our warehouses. They help us prepare the pantry bags that we distribute. They help us to prepare the hot meals that we distribute. They help us to prepare the weekend meals that we distribute to schools. And they're the ones that are actually touching clients. They're the ones that are, you know, when people drive through, they're the ones that are stocking the cars with the pantry bags. And you know, in many instances, they are the face of the organization to our clients. So hence the vital role that they play. We're always accepting volunteers. You know, we actually have an online portal where people can go to our website and select a volunteer opportunity that suits their schedule, that suits their skills. Besides the feeding program, we need volunteers in other parts of our operation. They serve as mentors for the students that we are providing vocational training for. They serve as case managers for the people that are coming in for financial assistance. So there are a wide array of opportunities for people, depending on their skills, depending on their availability, to help us do the work that we do.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. We're so glad you're here, and we are at Elisabetta's enjoying a delicious lunch. Kate, what's your favorite so
It's
far?
a beautiful spread. I have to say this pasta with the mushrooms is absolutely incredible.
So good. We still have so many more adventures to take you on today's show, so let's get to it.
You're tuned into Passport to the Palm Beaches. I'm Jacqueline Journey, and we're here on Worth Avenue in Palm Beach at a very special location where luxury meets sustainability and innovation and excellence are the standards. It's Jewel Mare. We're here with Glenn, a partner at Jewel Mare. And Glenn, before we take a look at all of these gorgeous jewels, I know everyone will be really interested in a little history of the company. You've really combined luxury, sustainability, innovation. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'd be happy to. So this is the Pinctada maxima gold lip oyster. And this is a oyster that is one of the most fragile that produces the South Sea pearls. And so in the South Seas, you have the whites from Australia, you have, as you move north, the Tahitians, and then when you get to the island of Palawan, you find this oyster. And my partners, Jock Branilak and Manuel Coanco, set out to save the reef and save the oyster because the cyanide fishing, the dynamite fishing, and the chop and burn were literally destroying the ecosystem that the oyster can survive in, and many other things as well. So in the last 44 years, they've been successful in doing that. They've been knighted by France for their efforts. We're members of the Blue Pledge with the United Nations. We were Sustainable Company of the Year in Asia in 2019. So the oyster is getting the benefit of that. It's a wonderful endeavor. So this is our little friend, and this is a 5-year-old oyster. And you can tell a lot about the oyster by the rings on the shell. Now this has obviously been polished, and we do clean oysters during their lifetime, but then after the oyster passes, we polish this so you can see the rings. And when the ring is gold, that means that the oyster was happy. It was a good time for it, meaning the pH, the temperature, and the food supply were good. When it was white, it was challenged. So for example, with the global warming that's occurring right now, it changes the pH and the shells become more soft. And so what does that mean? That means that the fish can bang on the shell, basically break the shell, and then suck the oyster out, which, is food. So it's one of those things, but the protection for the oyster is the environment.
Now, if someone is looking at purchasing, for example, one of these gorgeous golden South Sea pearls, what should they be looking for? What are the characteristics that they should be grading it upon?
Well, with all gemstones, there's different factors. And so with the pearl, first I want to tell you that everything that we sell in our pearls at Jewel Mare are non-treated. So this is the way that the pearl came from the oyster. There's no additives or polishing or anything like that. It's basically cleaned with clear water. We drill it if we're going to string it or mount it. And that's the only treatment that we do is the drilling. So we certify our pearls. But the 5 factors that we grade pearls with are the size, the shape, the color, the luster, and the skin. And so when you look at a pearl like this, for example, you can see that it's the way the nacre coating has been laid down by nature is perfect. There's no blemishes in this particular pearl. The luster is gorgeous, and of course it's a gorgeous golden color. One of the reasons why I became a partner with Jewelmer is because I had produced jewelry for 40 years, and I was very concerned with craftsmanship and handwork because so many things now are mechanized. So Jewelmer still uses the traditional methods to produce this beautiful jewelry, which takes more time. I mean, this bracelet is 800 hours of handwork, but if you look at the precision of the pave and the design of the piece, you can see the different levels of pave. This is a very difficult piece to make. Very few people can make this. Pieces like this, I think, are beautiful for people to see. It's a museum piece.
And what about something like this? This seems very versatile.
Well, I like this because it really represents what we are in the company. So this is the reef, and you can see the coral and the fish, and you can see this beautiful pearl that's dangling from it. So when you look at this pearl, you can see the quality of the pearl. It's round, it has beautiful color. The luster is like a mirror, so you can see yourself in the pearl. The skin is flawless, so this is a beautiful piece.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palmtran.
So what's the deal with the kite, man?
It helps get it bites, and instead of having all the wire in the water, it keeps it right on top of the water, and they just like the reaction bite. And all the baits, they just make a lot of vibration. Kingfish, sailfish, dolphin, even cobia love when they do that vibration on the top. So it really helps us. We can fish both sides of the boat, and we can have flat lines on one side and a kite on another side, so more lines in the water.
Well, we're going to get some baits down near the bottom. We want to cover different areas of the water column. The kite baits obviously are right on the surface, just below the surface, about this much, fluttering around. These are going to go down to the bottom. Hopefully we'll get some bottom fish too interested in our squid. And then we also have a dead sardine with about a 1/4 ounce of weight that'll be just like 5 feet under the water. That's sort of what they call a mid-water bait, which would be good for kingfish or cobia. Sometimes was it last Tuesday, we got a couple mahi on the mid-water bait, just a dead sardine. So you never know what's going to take that. I like to always have something out that's like a flat line, just a little bit below the surface. Triggerfish probably.
Porgy? Trigger.
Gray trigger. Big one too. It's a keeper if you want to keep them. Beautiful. Yeah, I know we've been getting some big ones. You got to keep your hand out of their mouth or you'll be in trouble. You've seen the trigger before, right? Yeah. I know, they're really pretty. I think I'm going to let them go. Just because when you try to clean these, you'll have to buy yourself a new fillet knife. The skin is extremely thick. I know, he's legal, but I'm going to let him go. Nice.
Got one on.
There he goes.
Man, that was a close one. Had a sailfish on there.
He cut the wire?
Cut the wire. Wow.
One of the interesting things about this area too is the Gulf Stream comes so close because we have such a good sharp drop off here. You get 100 feet of depth for every mile offshore. So people come from other parts of the country and they go, oh, I can't believe we're fishing in the blue water and I can see the beach right here. That's the nice part. I mean, people can go out in their kayaks, they can launch their kayaks here and go sail fishing. How many places in the world can you do that? Is it?
Another trigger?
Snapper, mutton.
Mutton.
Oh.
Nice. Leave it in the water for a second so we can film.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. It's probably not 18 inches, but he's a beautiful fish. Oh, the mutton snapper? We catch them pretty consistently. The bite gets really good in May. They're spawning in May. It's hard to catch one that's legal size. They have to be 18 inches now. It used to be a 16-inch limit, now it's 18. But you do get to measure the total length, including the tip of the tail and everything.
Get hooked on the Palm Beaches.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palmtran.
Next was Nicholas learning how to surf fish.
I'll tell you what, this looks pretty good right here.
Surf fishing takes place on almost every saltwater beach in the world. You stand at the shoreline with a fishing pole and cast the line with its hook and bait far enough out to attract the particular type of fish you are trying to catch. You don't cast the line out very far, just past the surf.
Nick, we're fishing for pompano today, Florida pompano. They're a migratory fish, and they're...
And Nicholas is learning about surf fishing with Paul Spurko. Known as Captain Paul, he's one of the best surf fishing guys in the southeastern United States. And if you'd like to have a memorable surf fishing experience, he's your man.
What we use a 2-hook rig.
So these are our baits here?
It's an artificially scented bait that has different colors. And when the water's a little off color like it is today, I like to use a brighter color bait because it's more of a fish attractor.
So these are going to work better than a live bait?
In certain cases they will, yes.
So tell me, how do I cast this?
What you're going to do, you're going to use your right hand to hold the line for the release.
Right here?
That's perfect. And then what we're going to do with your left hand, we're going to hold the bottom of the butt of the pole all the way down there. That's it. And we're going to flip the bail, but we're going to keep the line tight as it comes off the reel. The rod, the tip of the rod will act like a fulcrum, and out it'll go.
So technique is really key with this.
Probably the most difficult to learn. I always say catching them is not as hard as finding them and getting to them.
Let's go out there and give it a shot.
Sounds great, Nico.
So how far out are they today?
They've been holding about 70 to 90 yards out, swimming north and south in that second trough. So that's where we need to place these 2 baits this morning.
Feels tight. I hope it's a fish. Might get lucky first time.
Turn that handle.
I think I see something.
You got something on there, Nico.
All right. What's this, a pompano? It doesn't look like one.
You got 2. You got a double header. You actually got a whiting on the top and a catfish on the bottom.
Beginner's luck. I'm guessing it's not like this every time, right?
No.
At least we caught something, right?
Yeah, you definitely got something. They're going back. Everyone goes back. We don't keep.
Fishing sure isn't the relaxing sport I was led to believe. This sure is my kind of fishing.
Okay, Nico, that's enough relaxing. Let's check the rods.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go do this. Let's reel this baby in.
Your first cast you threw out, you got a double header of fish. So,
thanks to you and your experience, I mean.
Oh, it's great.
I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself, to be fair.